Alright, so I wanted to make a new coaching video on some things I've been implementing in my games that I think have really kind of made my games feel so much smoother. Um, so there's gonna be three things that are very advanced that I think a lot of people don't think about that are actually pretty easy to implement in your games once you learn them. So I don't know if it's gonna be a short or an actual video, but it depends how long it takes. Anyways, first thing's gonna be basically trying to give yourself a bunch of options as a jungler. And now this kind of goes along with like the long-term vision as a jungler rather than short-term. So some things when you play jungle might feel good in the short term, but then in the long term they really actually are detrimental to the overall feeling of the game and just how things go. So um, here the feel good, right? And what you might be able to get away with in certain elos would be just the full clear. For reference, actually, let me put up the dragon timer because that's pretty important. But so dragon's up in 123, right? So it might feel good to just full clear here and get dragon because then you get the biggest back ever, right? But you're not going to get away with that in most games. So the best play for the long term is actually let me show what happens for the short term play because I wanna like show why this is actually like it feels good, right? Like you're like, oh, I get to full clear here, hit all my camps have gone right into the dragon, right? That feels good for the short term because you hit everything and dragon's up in 3 seconds, right? Dragon's up and you're here for the dragon and all this is gone, right? Everything's cheap. You just got a ton of gold and you're chilling. The problem with this is when you full clear like this, the reason it's bad for long term is because your only play right now is this dragon, which you have zero prio for and you're sitting on 1500 gold. So you have zero prio for it, you're sitting on 1500 gold and you're stuck in this one play that if you can't do this, you have no other play. And that's the problem, right? You're either forced to do this or you're forced to just give and do nothing, which is never good as a jungler. You always want to have something you can do, or at least try to do something. So what the other play is, and what could have happened is you instantly recall after Krugs. Let me go back so we can get a map state. So you instantly recall after Krugs and come down to your respawning bot camps. Now the reason you do this is two reasons. One, it stops Hecarim from invading, which he could actually just keep in the game. We saw him go to Raptors, so he could go from Raptors here, right? So one, it stops him from invading, and then two, you defend your respawning camps, which are also more important than this. But then you take this, and let's fast forward to what happens after you take this. So let's say you recall and it takes like 40 seconds to take your camps. So you would be done with your camps by now. You'd be recalled having spent your 900 gold and you'd be done with your camps right now. And your top camps would be up and this dragon would be spawning in 25 seconds. So now you already bought. So you're stronger for this dragon fight if anything happens. So you can still take the dragon fight if anything happens. If mid lane's gankable, you can gank mid. In this case, Sylas is dead, so that's probably not an option. I mean, maybe it could be if this guy's pretty low. But if Sylas is alive, that's an option. You can gank mid. If both bots are here, you have the option to gank bot. And if dragon doesn't look contestable, you have the option to take your top camps into Herald or into top gank. So that's why it's just really important to give yourself options, because instead of being full clearing and just feeling like you're homeless because you have nothing to do because all your camps are down and you can't even go Herald because by then they could just pivot from Dragon to Herald after killing Dragon because it's too late when you full cleared and you're sitting on 1,000,000 gold. You just give yourself options of doing other stuff instead of just being forced to do this dragon play. And the thing is, you can still do the dragon if you recall and buy your items and you'd be stronger for it if the dragon's takeable. And if it's not, then you just take this, gank top, or do Herald. You get so many more options. So just try to make sure you give yourself options and don't just fully commit to one play. All right, I'll be back with the next one. Okay, so this next topic is going to be about taking outside camps to inside camps first. So what this means is when you have the option of invading, or whenever you're able to, you want to try to take the farthest away camps and then work your way in. So we, for reference, enemy jungle is on dragon right now. So I know he can't be topside. So I run straight to his jungle before clearing my jungle. Because if I take my jungle, the thing that happens is if I take my jungle first, which a lot of people would do, they take your jungle first and be like, okay, now I can go invade him because he's on dragon. The problem is, if he recalls instantly after doing dragon, by the time I cleared my camps, he'd be able to defend his camps, right? So you want to take his camps first, or like the outside camps first, and then work your way in, because by the time he gets there, they're already gone. And then also, he can't invade you because then he'd be coming in your jungle when you're already there. I mean, technically, they still can invade you because if they're stronger than you, they can just fight you. But point is, it's a lot harder for him to invade you when you're there rather than you invading him when he's not there. So you'll see here, I just run straight to his wolves, take Gromp, and then I work my way out. I end up skipping blue because he's running straight here, but like that's why, you know, you work your way out and in, because actually I end up stealing the scuttle because I'm just on my way out and I just steal the scuttle, you know? So and then I take grubs and then just reset. So I'm up 36 CS in this guy, but yeah, we end up losing this game, which is sad. But hopefully you can see how taking their camps first before yours, it basically gives the enemy no option of even like contesting you at all. So don't be greedy. Don't just hit your camps. Don't be, sorry, not greedy. Greedy is not the right word. Don't be lazy. I used to just hit my own camps first and then invade because I was lazy and didn't want to walk all the way first. But if you just walk into the enemy jungle and take their camps first and then take yours, you will get such massive CS leads. It's actually insane. So that is part number 2. All right, and actually, part number 3 is going to be from the same exact game, because I totally forgot that I did the part 3 I'm going to be talking about in the same game and in the actual same scenario that I'm in. So part number 3 is going to be about defending your camps instead of like playing for your full clear. Does that make sense? So, or actually, let me rephrase that. So you're going to play to defend the enemy's play rather than just doing whatever's most beneficial for yourself. Now, I'm not saying you should just permanently chase the enemy around, because that's actually bad. It's really bad to just permanently chase the enemy around. But if you can stop their play while also being efficient yourself, that is 10 times better than just trying to full clear here. Because what a lot of people would do here in this situation, they'd probably just hit their red buff because it's super close, and then go red Krugs, Wolves, Gromp, right? Because you're like, oh, it feels good. I can, you know, clear in a straight line, and I'm already near red buff, so I should just take red buff. But if you recall here and run straight to your Gromp, it gives Xin Zhao literally no option to do anything. Because what Xin Zhao's only play now is to just either run to his blue buff, which is the only camp in his top side, or run straight to my bot side. So if I run straight to my bot side and he runs here, he's even more tilted and he's even more homeless, because then he's late to his blue side respawning camps, and I actually invade him again. But so you take any option of Xin Zhao having a play away while also being efficient yourself, because I'm still gonna full clear here. I'm just full clearing the other way because I want to prevent Xin Zhao from even being able to invade me here. Because if I had gone red to Krugs, there's actually a chance Xin Zhao could run here and take my bot camps. So I want to prevent that, and also full clear, like even if it might not be the best play to full clear towards top, right? Like I might want to, you know, play for my bot side. It's better to deny Xin Zhao any play while also being able to full clear in a straight line. So just make sure when you're thinking about where you want to clear to, also take into account what the enemy wants to do and just try to prevent them. This also goes into account accord with ganking, enemy ganking. So sometimes you might be wanting to full clear, but if the enemy is going to look for a play top and that's their only play back in the game, you might want to defend that gank, right? Just countering the enemy's play is really OP when you're ahead. Just make sure you're not completely just chasing them around. Make sure it's just worth your time. But sometimes the best play is just making sure the enemy can't do what they want to do. So that is all for this. I plan on doing more educational content. If anyone has any specific questions on any scenarios or whatnot, let me know. I'll either respond in a comment or I'll make a video on it. I also do plan on doing videos in the future of just like maybe coaching lessons, or like coaching topics, or reviews of me coaching someone but a specific topic, something like that. Or I also do want to make more like 7 things to learn about jungle, stuff like that, or more guides on champions, or just gameplay videos. So maybe next season, hopefully I can do better about that. I want to start posting more, streaming more. So hopefully this was informative. Again, any questions, let me know. I'll try to get back to you. Thank you.